All right, Mr. Brian. I'm going to teach you about many of the modern women today. Now, this ain't all. I never say all, but when you say the majority, you're saying plenty. Or are you saying that the majority is based on the narrative? Okay. And so let me give you a story, and I want your opinion on this. And it's going to be about why you may hear a lot of men state that women are always about themselves. It's always about attention. It's always about only what they're concerned about. But when you have requests or you're concerned about something, you don't mean anything. They're quickly to flag you off. So here's the story. A year ago, when I was building my business, I would drop by this particular organization. And there was an associate of mine who was a female. And when we first met, she was sort of, you can say, seemingly sincere. And she would tell me about her problems. One of the problems she told me about was the children that she was dealing with, and being a, here we go, single mom with no father, and could not procure a man, needed guidance, Brian. And so me just evaluating her, just getting to know what type of mindset she had, I quickly, as a man, began to give her solutions to her problem. Okay? Which what any real man would do. You give a solution to a problem. At least, 5-10 minutes ain't going to hurt to say, okay, this is what you could do. So I left it at that. Okay? Cut and clean. So I meet her again, I would say maybe 2 or 3 weeks later after that. And it seemed like she was still in the same situation with her children. And the children that she has is at least 2 sons and 2 daughters. The 2 daughters are grown, but the 2 sons, one of them is still living with her. And this guy is 27 years old.
A 27-year-old boy.
A 27-year-old boy who never had his own apartment, never had his own automobile, and can barely keep a job. Now, let's keep going with this. And of course, her other son is about 31 years old, and he's out of the house, but she's still treating him like a baby. Okay?
Emasculating him.
And so, push come to shove, she decided that she didn't want to listen to what I had to say as a man. How I know this is because when we had that conversation, that follow-up conversation, she didn't listen to my recommendations of allowing this boy to grow up and be responsible for himself, basically. Because she's a woman and she don't understand that boys need to be raised differently. They need a father in his life.
You'd be toughened up.
Definitely. And learn how to be responsible. And one of them came in line. Let me give you an example. A car. So she claims he needed an automobile to get back and forth, at least start a job and get places and all that. Didn't really have the money for it. So I tell this lady or associate of mine, I say, okay, listen, your son never had a car before, but let me give you a double whammy, Mel. Because she wanted to go out there and buy a brand new car.
Brand spanking new one for him, huh?
Dumb, right? I mean, just, God. I said, wait a minute, this is a boy you're dealing with. See, she was thinking about it in her terms. Because for her, she wants a car that simply works which what a lot of women do because they don't really want to work on the car. But that's what actually sticks them in the end because they have to pay the heavy prices and taxes for a brand new automobile because it's in pristine condition. Mm-hmm. Women don't get that, unlike a mechanic who can work on a car if they go to a buy or pay here and save at least $7,000 to $8,000 tops. But anyhow, so I grilled her. I said, so no, ma'am, you need to go ahead and go get a regular used vehicle that have decent mileage on it, and it's going to have a little wear and tear. But remember, this is his first car, and it's going to help him how to be a man. I told her this. I said, teach him, show him books, other mechanics, bring him around men so he can learn how to work on his car. So it's a double whammy. He gets this car, and he has to work on the car by learning how to be a man. Very, very straightforward and simple. Very.
It sounds good to me.
It sounds good.
Sounds good.
I mean, wouldn't you follow up with something like that?
Make him be a man.
Make him be a man.
I respect that.
So she didn't listen to me because I told her specifically she had the right down payment. And I said, you know what? I know some people. I got connections. You got this amount of money. We can use that for a decent lump sum on a decent used vehicle that you can probably get in 2 weeks from now. But instead of her taking my advice,
she goes and puts a down payment on a 2021?
No. She does worse. Instead of procuring this money like she needed to, she allowed this 27-year-old boy that she raised to be a boy. Lord have mercy. He absolutely spent his money up on
magic beans,
flippy flappies,
Really?
smokes.
I was just playing flippy.
Oh yeah, smokes.
What is a flippy flappy?
We're not gonna talk about it on this YouTube. Okay. Junk stuff, and just pretty much blew all that money away on useless, insignificant things. And I said, you knew that this money was for his car. Why did you let him do that? Well, he's my son, and he can do whatever that he wanted to, and I told him not to do it. I said, ma'am, you are the mother of this boy.
This story gave me a headache already.
I said, you know what I said, Brian? I said, listen, I'm wasting my time talking to you.
Might as well talk to this wall here.
The wall will be a better conversationalist than some of these common women. And the thing is, and I'm gonna go further with this. I'm gonna tell you where this leads up to. Okay, so the next situation come around, and I'm digging her, right? What I mean is I'm checking her out and realizing what she's all about.
Digging her, like digging into her.
Right. Investigating, see what she's all up to. Because first of all, you want to know if that person respects you, if your words mean anything, if they're lining up what you're talking about, and that sort of thing.
Well, I think she already gave you that answer.
Yeah, first, Morpheus. Yeah. Right. In the beginning. Correct.
Because action reflects, obedience.
Women will say one thing and they'll do something totally different. They'll tell you, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But they will still go out there and do it any damn way.
Because if their mind is set,
they're going to do it.
They're going to do it and darn the consequences. Because that's what they wanted to do.
This gets worse. This
actually gets worse.
It gets worse. I'm glad that you're adding this to it because you're helping me to build this path.
This actually gets worse.
This gets worse.
How can this get worse? You wore a tutu or something? How can this get worse?
He might as well. He might as well. Right about, but
What can I say?
sing it.
I guess my son is gay. Let's
Because
go.
who raised them? Oh shoot, who raised them?
Man.
You wonder why these boys grow up so feminized, right? With the broken wrist. Oh shoot, somebody. You starting some stuff now.
Let me hear this. So how did it get worse?
Okay.
I can't think of how could it get worse.
So I let it go, right? And I'm thinking to myself,
For your
okay.
sanity.
Yeah, well, I mean, one more time. Because I'm at zero tolerance. I really don't give a care because I'm a businessman. I got things to do. So if somebody want to F their life up, have fun.
It's their life.
But there's always going to be information there. They can't say nobody didn't ever say anything to them.
Why didn't you tell me? And don't use that too. Why did you tell
What?
me?
Nobody told me. Why? Nobody cares when they out in the woman's shelter. But let's continue on.
That's my man child.
It's sleeping underneath the box. Yeah, no. Son husband. The son husband. Oh, that's what it is.
Not that dreaded term.
Yeah, the son husband.
Man.
That's what he is, the son husband. But it's like this. So when I met her again, now she's talking about, or was talking about, getting a house because she lives in an apartment for her son. Oh yeah, I told you it gets worse. This 27-year-old boy, because he still lives with her. Yeah, in our mind, he's a man, of course. We can say that. But remember, he's not raised up to be a man because she babied him the entire time. He haven't even had his own apartment. Don't even know how to keep a job.
Still got the titty in his mouth.
Still sucking on his mom's breasts.
Mm-hmm.
So his life is pretty much in shambles because of who the leader is. And imagine what it's like with the common broken home, single mother homes. And I'm not even gonna talk about this. There's something I was gonna say, but I'm gonna hold my tongue because I watched an interview with another single mother, and she listen, Brian. This woman is she's like 28, 29 years old, and she has 2 toddlers.
Whoa.
She's a single mother.
This is the same woman.
This is a different one. I'm just jumping off a subject here.
All right. I was gonna make sure. Like 28 in her child.
And you know what she said? She says she can hold off for a relationship. She don't want nobody around her kids. She can hold off for a relationship until her kids are grown and out of the house. So let me tell you, you're a man, right? So, of course you are. But as a man, listen. Do you actually think women are going to hold off on the sausage when their kids are like, who knows, toddlers? I guess what's that, 3, 4, 5 years old or something like that.
No, they get sneaky.
12 years, 13 years.
They're gonna get sneaky.
14 years. You know what she said? She said she can wait for that right man after her kids are grown. So you see how women think? Really? So she actually think, Brian, that after all those years pass, that she's going to be qualifiable for a guy who's going to want her, who's what? She's going to be what? In her 39 or something like that?
Hey, trips to the sausage factory don't count.
My God. They're not going to, they never, that's the funny thing. That's the funny thing, isn't it? They never count the guy who they had a one night stand with.
No, meat market visits don't count.
It don't count, do it? They goes are the ex-boyfriend that came around. Oh, or shoot, the baby's daddy that show up every now and then, once every month.
Hot Tub Johnny.
Hot Tub Johnny. Hot damn. Hot damn.
Uncle Bill, Uncle Matt, Uncle Luke.
Oh man! Oh, you done hit it on the nail
Uncle
there.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Or, that's just my friend.
Oh, would you say you just a friend?
You say you's just a friend.
Yeah. So short moment recipe.
While the child is seeing this person in and out of the door. You know, the funny thing about it, they do sneak around and do this, and they'll say, "Oh, I can hold off." And the bad thing about it is, women usually can. And the reason why, we just said it, between the period when their children are adolescents or very small, she's still getting the sausage somewhere or another. Oh, I'm just focusing on my career and I'm just going to just focus on myself. No, you're not, because she get the itch every now and then, and she know full well she wants her back blown out. And who's going to be there? It's going to be a Johnny knocking at the door while the kid's asleep so he can come knocking at her back door.
Yeah. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John doing 30 acts.
And she would never count any of them. But you know what she was saying once she's 39 years old? I haven't had any relations with nobody in years. I'm single, and I've been single. I've been celibate. I've never done anything like that. I never did girls' night out. I never had sneaky chads walking and crawling in my window.
You know, celibate is spelled Sellabit. She's celibate.
Sell a bit. That's right. Or sell a lot. How about that?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they buy a bit.
She sell a bit. I'll buy a bit. Okay. Won't
Matthew,
play
Mark,
that.
Luke, and John doing 30 acts.
Lord have mercy.
What a revelation.
So that's a good
I
side.
did that day.
Revelation.
Yeah, I said,
You're gonna make
Matthew,
me
Mark,
shout.
Luke, and John,
I feel the spirit. I feel the spirit. I feel the spirit. Oh, listen to you.
All right, now.
Don't make me shout, brother.
Oh, man.
So, getting back to the story. So, what I tell her is, well, if you're going to get the house and you want to put in his name, because this woman isn't that young. She's older now.
She want to get a house to put in the boy's name that's never had a job.
Never had
in an apartment.
Lord have mercy.
That
So
makes
you
sense.
you get the drift, don't you?
It makes sense. It's absolute sense.
That's the modern day American woman today. That's her. But it gets
car
worse.
Probably got the muffler falling down right there.
She went out there to get her a brand new car to put herself in debt. So she's not actually getting this house with raw earned money. She's still in debt, trying to go out there and get a house that she can't afford because she just wants the house. Now, she said it was for him. So she comes around again. Here she go, coming around the corner. Okay. And she's like, "Hey, Mr. Morpheus, I need your help on something else. I'm going to get this house for my son." And I said, "Well, if you're going to do that," and I asked her the same question, "Has he ever had an apartment?" "No." Could he keep a job?" "No." I said, "Well, if you really gun-ho on doing this, make sure that this house is cheap enough for when you decide to, here's the word, pass away, that you're not leaving a heavy debt on him, because he never had an apartment before. And what makes you think he's going to keep that house in the family and that he's going to take care of it? So you want to make the price as low as possible and make sure that it's paid off before you leave, so that way he just have this house that he can sell it if he wants to, or he don't have to, because no child want to be responsible for let's say, for example, a $190,000 home that they didn't pay for.
And that's another thing, period.
You take it away.
If you give someone something, they're not going to appreciate it as much as if they earned it. It's the give a fish, teach a man to fish mentality.
Well, in certain aspects, we can't say that that's for the majority of people, because trust me, if you give me something, I'm gonna appreciate it. If you give me a wraith, I'm gonna appreciate it.
But
okay?
Morpheus, you've had experience with a lemon.
Yes,
so
right.
So you would appreciate a wraith.
Right.
You've had experience with an apartment.
That's
so
right.
So you would appreciate a house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This clown has never had to work a day in his life
because she babied him.
To him.
And so she's been doing that for the longest. That's why he's sweetie.
Yeah. So he's not going to appreciate it.
That's
the house is going to look like a foreclosure before it becomes a foreclosure.
Yep. Yes, right.
That's the thing about it.
Like, and he's not going to know the value of this home or the value of keeping it in the family either.
The boy don't even know the value of a carton of almond milk. And you going to give this dude a house that he's not going to appreciate it. And another thing, it's like another thing you said. You demasculating him to the point that demasculating, demasculating him.
It's okay. You can say it where you want to. Everybody know what it is anyway. Take his masculinity away. Smash his masculinity.
Exactly.
However you wanted to put it together.
To a point that when she is called home,
he's not gonna know how to defend himself.
He gonna be lost
Lord.
in the wind. You're really doing your son a disservice by babying him right now. He's not gonna be no good, and that's the thing about it. We talk about how women need a man, but he's not gonna be able to fulfill his role.
You know what, Brian? I'm gonna have to interject something because I got something to tell you. It gets worse.
It's worse than this?
Yeah, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole. This is actually a real. You know, I never lied to you. This is real. This is real. It gets worse. She didn't listen to me, right? And again, a week later, this is when rubber meet the road. She says, guess what? I found this house for $140,000. Mind you, not out of her pocket. She ain't paying for this.
This is a loan.
She don't own her car yet.
This is Linda Tree.
And she wants to pass. And I stopped. I said, wait a minute. I told her, I said, if you got this house, remember the house is for him. It's not for you. And I said, why did you do that? She said, well, because there's no work that needs to be done on this house. Same as the car. There's no work that needs to be done on it. The roof is taken care of. The gutters are clean. And it's a small yard. And everything is fresh in this house. I said, if you're giving this house to your son husband, he needs to be man enough to fix on this house. Repair the windows if he have to. Get his fragile, weak mama puss ass up there and clean out the gutters and learn how to cut the damn yard with a John Deere tractor, Brian.
And you talking about the house that's neat and work is in good condition. Watch that boy say, hold my Similac. And watch what happens to the house.
But you know what? It gets worse.
It gets worse than this.
I'm telling you, it's good.
This is crazy.
It gets worse.
It gets worse than this.
It gets worse.
Okay, let me see how much more worse.
It gets worse. Listen.
It gets worse than this. Okay.
You know how I am. I'm a professor here in this academy.
And I'm a realist.
And I deal with things straight on. So I had to be honest with her. I said, okay. So you're telling me you're getting this house for you. You're not getting this house for him. You can't be, because you're caring about what it looks like. You know, it's got a clean roof and a ceiling. I don't have to do the work on it. I said, woman, it's not about you. You passing this house on to him. He's going to have to do the work. And I'm like, I said, so you don't want the house for him. You was just telling me that. You actually want the house for yourself, and you're going to pass on this debt on to him for your own selfish ass desires.
Yeah, Mama didn't leave a will. Left him a bill. Mama didn't leave a will. She left a bill.
I don't care if listen, somebody said the life insurance would cover that stuff. As a son or daughter, why would you want to or be obligated to spend a portion of the life insurance on a house and a car that you didn't actually go out there and buy? So you automatically got to sit here and spend this portion of money on this house that your mother didn't even pay off, Brian. What the hell are these women? What? But guess what?
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
It gets worse than this.
Here we go. Come on, hang out with me now. Hang with me.
I'm like, wow.
Here we go.
How much more worse can this get?
Oh, it's going to get down to the ugly. What she exposed herself. Like I told you, you got to be patient with these women. When you get the RP, which is the Crimson Capsule, can't say it here on social media, the the Crimson Capsule, the Morpheus thing of the Matrix, blue pill and the RP. And you know this about women. You will be a genius for the rest of your life how you deal with women. You got to be patient with them to see exactly where their angle is. From the first day she asked me her problems, that's when I immediately start evaluating her and knew exactly where she was coming from. But I wanted her to do the hangman on herself.
Okay, yeah.
So this is how it gets bad. And I need your take on this. This is very funny, right? So that third time when she came to me.
Third time.
And now she's saying, oh my God, I haven't slept all night. And I am so tired. And I've been struggling all week long with my kids. With my grown kids. And I was standing next to her, looking away out the window. Because she walked to me and started this stuff. And I said, wait a minute, hold on, stop. I said, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me all these personal problems that you have? And then she said the very basic thing that most women are going to say to the unknowing blue pill retard beta. Oh, I just need somebody to talk to. And I was just doing it because I just need you to be an ear. I want you to be my personal tampon. I want you to be a soundboard for me and just let me bounce these ideas off you. I said, listen, woman, what do you think I look like to you that I want to sit here and waste my time? If you never listen to any of my information that I give you and my help, I'm a businessman. I am not your best friend, and I am not your friend. When you come to me, I am a real man and an alpha man at that. I'm going to fix the situation and I'm going to make things straight. So if you don't want my information, why are you sitting here talking to me as if I got nothing to do? I said, my time is precious. And you're sitting here wasting my time as if I'm another woman, just like you. I am not a woman, and I am not your friend that way, and never will be. You understand? Sitting here wasting my time. Well, I just need somebody to talk to. I got other things to do, ma'am. You don't want to listen to the hell I got to say? Why should I sit here and listen to what you got to say? Absolutely.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
But you know what this woman said? She said, what makes you say that? I said, wait a minute. I gave you my advice. You don't listen, so apparently you don't respect me and you don't respect my time. And you just want me to sit here and just listen to you because you apparently don't even respect the stations of a man.
Wow.
But it gets worse than this, Brian. Oh, yes, it does. Guess what this modern day average, at best, woman said?
What did she say?
She said, well, then why are you talking to me then? Then stop talking to me then. There was no, I'm sorry, or I misunderstood our conversation, or, oh, I didn't look at it like that, or, oh, I apologize. Maybe I should have been listening to you and respected that you was at least trying to share your time with me, or I'm sorry that I was wasting your time the whole time. She practically said, oh, then why are you talking to me? Again, no accountability. She didn't even look at the evil that she is. Didn't care that she's sitting here wasting a man's time as if I'm going to be this dummy for her. and didn't apologize, just going to simply be cold-hearted and, why are you talking to me then? As if I decided to talk to her.
Is this a, dare I say it, one of those African-American women?
Surprisingly, this isn't. But this is somebody that is in that same bracket. And what I mean is this. She's an older lady. You can't teach an old dog
new tricks.
New tricks, sir.
But actually, that makes it worse.
It's even because
if she's an older lady.
I told you
about like old, like 40, like
I'm talking in her 50s because she wants to pass on her. That's why. Yeah, she's in her 50s.
If she's in her 50s, that means she has seen the example of what a man's supposed to be.
That's right. And
she's seen the example.
She knew better.
And she's wow.
Yes, sir. So yeah, and see, this is why. Do you see why my companions are in their early 20s?
Wow.
When they're 23, 24, I don't go no higher than 26. Because the older they are, they know better, Brian. And you know what? They don't even give a care about wasting a man's time. And I told her, I said, listen, there are betas, there are average men, and there are alphas. I said, I am that alpha. Don't you effing, and I had to say the word, I can't say don't you effing waste my time. I said, I got things to do. If you're going to come and ask me about your problem and tell me about your problem, and you don't want to listen to what they have to say, keep it moving. And because of her age, because she don't give a dang, and most of these modern women don't anyway, and she should know by now and know how to be in her place as a woman, she's like, well, I don't care. Just keep it moving. Then. Why are you talking to me? The older they are, the worse they are.
Wow.
You see why she don't want to listen?
Wow. It's like, so she come to you.
It don't matter. Even
she doesn't plan on following.
It don't matter about the age thing, because if an older man was getting ready to drive down the street and a 24-year-old boy told him, "Hey, sir, I don't think it's best for you to drive down that road because there's a very bad accident or there's a shootout down there. Sir, it'd be best for you to take a left and do a U-turn over here." That older man's going to say, maybe I might
make that move.
Yeah, maybe I might make that move.
Yeah. So
we can't say, oh, because she's 50-something, I'm not that old. You know, she don't want to listen because you're a younger guy. How stupid can you be? That's no excuse. Because advice is advice. And the thing is, she should know by now. With her age, she should be like, well, that makes some sense.
Well, that's the thing. See, I always thought of age being a mindset.
That they'll be more mature, right?
Yeah, age is a mindset. You know, you can be a 24-year-old, 40-year-old.
You could to a degree.
Mentally.
Now, 19-year-olds, they kind of, they have the issues. 24, well, you got to understand this. Women are older than men in plenty of aspects. That doesn't mean they're smarter, just a little older.
Like I said, age is a mindset.
Yeah, and so you mean to tell me, Brian, and this is a very amazing thing. For 50-something years, she's been coming across beta men. This is the real fact here. This is what really exposes everything. This is why I challenge men all the time, and why I always put my boot up their ass, because it's men's fault that women do this. Because for 50-something years, she probably came across beta after beta after beta that will actually listen to her cry and lie at the same time. And is that so? Really?
It's not your fault.
No, it's not your fault.
It's
fault. Okay. Keep doing your son like that. You're just okay. Perfect.
Just
it's fine. He's just sitting there just listening to her, wasting his time. Non-productive, not a businessman, a scrub, listening to this woman, not even understanding that this woman is not reciprocating the concern for him, nor his desire to do anything else with his time.
She just likes the sound of her own voice.
But that's that's the modern woman today. If you listen to all the podcasts and social medias, women are always about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So they're easy to want. Here's this: they want us to provide. They want us to come pre-assembled with everything. They want us to be full of great status and rich and all that crazy stuff. But yet, when there's a question thrown back at them, like, okay, we know what you like. You like money and a shovel. So, what do men want and like?
These days, these modern women like to use that.
Wait a minute.
WAP.
Wait a minute. No. This is what you get when you ask them, what do men want? Nothing.
I thought you just gonna keep it silent. Because usually that's what you get, silence. When you ask that question. You're not gonna get any real answers. You get silence.
We just did. We didn't even add an answer to it. I mean, there was a soundboard, but
I mean that horn was actually more answered than what you normally get.
Yeah, because you see how we're not even answering it.
Yeah.
You see, see the whip. It's just silent, just like this, because that's how women talk. When you ask them, "Hey, what does a man want to like?" and this is the conversation, because we didn't even answer the question, so it's like that's what they'll do. Oh well, I feel like because I want because, well. In my past, and I think that men should treat me as. But wait a minute, Mel. No, I asked you, what do men desire and want?
You hear that sound? That sounds like grass growing. You can actually hear the grass growing right there.
Damn, my ass is itching.
You can actually hear the grass growing right there. Listen to that. Listen to the grass.
Damn, it's creeping up on us, isn't it? Oh, dang. Men need to realize. Men need to realize that this is actually going on. Once we value ourselves and we stop wasting our damn time on these women who are so stuck on themselves, who are so narcissistic about what they want. The Cardi B's of the world talking about, I ain't about to do this for you. I ain't about to clean for you. I'm not about to do nothing for you. But, I want you to protect me.
I don't cook. I don't clean. But I got a wedding ring. I believe that was the verse.
You know what I would say in return? Oh, you don't cook, you don't clean, but there's the front door. Get your ass out of my ring. That's what I would say. Get going. Oh, but I'm Cardi B. Oh, yeah, I'm Cardi F. You know what comes after? You. Oh, so. Oh. You're monogamous. No, I'm real.
That's just crazy. That's just wild.
But that's it for today. I mean, I think that, but I'm gonna let you. Let me get your spill on it before I put closure. So, out of everything that I said, does it sound familiar to you, or am I just blowing smoke?
No, it's the truth. I mean, it's like if you let, first off, a woman,
they think we're their friends. First of all, that us men talk like they do. Like we're to sit there and just jabber off the jaw about however they feel. Men are logical and straightforward.
We think. We don't feel, we think. We think rational.
And if a woman is talking to you like that all the time, and you say, oh, that's my friend, she's not looking at you like a man, she's looking at you like a woman, so you might as well call yourself a woman.
Yeah, you're a girlfriend.
You're a girlfriend, that's right. In a man's body. And she think, I'm going to play that game? No, get the hell out of here with that.
You're the wheel of the show, girlfriends. That's as simple as it gets. This dude was around 4 different women, and they over here talking makeup tips with this man.
Oh, man.
Like,
most likely he's a mother-raised beta.
Yeah, I know you never saw the show. You don't really watch too much TV, but
I don't.
Yeah, that show was That was the ultimate simp right there. Was Will, man? I mean, he had a chance to get some love, as the type of love a woman gives a man at one time. It took a long time, long.
What is? I didn't get a chance to ask you this question, but you've been learning for quite some time of my channel and everything that I associate with. So now that you have learned something about the modern day woman, and you don't have to tell me based on what I teach you, but in your understanding of the modern marriage today, would you still get married, Brian? And why would you get married to the modern woman today?
I mean, I've been single for a long time. There's a reason for that. I don't see one that I could see myself making that commitment with.
Why is that?
Because they're not real. They're not accommodating. They're not. It's like it's more of a subtraction
than an addition
from my life than an addition.
That should have. Woo, boy, that was an iron sword right there.
It's like
that's strong to say.
I mean, it's like, why am I going to Zales and paying over $1,000 for this ring, only for you to have half of everything that I gained from my own self? Without you lifting a finger, having you badmouth me when we out in public.
But she's pretty, Brian.
Man.
But she's pretty.
You put whipped cream on top of SHIT. Eventually, the inside is going to show out.
Oh, shoot. Or paint over rust.
Yeah, I use what I use. Whipped cream over SHIT.
Could you eat it afterwards? Do they want you to? In marriage, right? Put a ring on it and put it in the house.
No, man. It's just... And
give half your wages to?
I'll be watching this, man.
So she can divorce you at 80% of the time?
Yeah, and I'll be watching these dudes, man, that when I was working at CVS store, I'm watching these dudes and these women literally talking to them, not even like a child, but like...
Embarrassing
like
them
the
in public.
redheaded stepchild.
Oh, man.
On ass whooping night. The redheaded stepchild.
So basically, she...
cussing
she
him out,
demasculates him
loud.
And
I had an ex that actually tried to
public.
come at me like that. Of course, that's why she became my ex.
Oh, really? So she tried to blast you out in public in front of everybody.
One time, it's like women, I don't know if they think that's cute. I don't know if they think that's funny. But, and then the man just sit there. I mean, I guess you call a man off of, I don't know, general. I mean, man off of principle. I don't know. I don't even know if you call a man on principle. They just sit there and just take it out in public.
Because here's the thing, and you know this. Women know, and I think I'm going to put another. There's going to be a fiery. There was a fiery audio that was just made. It's called. Let's see what I think. It's just up. Entitled to destroy. In
that's deep.
The audio entitled to destroy.
That's deep.
Is talking about how women think that they are entitled to destroy men's image, talk bad about men, disrespect men out in public because she have her white knight soldiers to protect her. So when she does this in public, at home, she may not do this, maybe partially. But she's not going to do it because she know that behind closed doors, whether she called the officer or not, By the time the police get to the house, it's already going to be a red tape, yellow tape scene. So she ain't going to open up her damn mouth with this guy who's 2 feet taller than her and 150 pounds bigger. On the off, she will try it. She'll do it a little bit and she will disrespect him, but it's nothing on the level of when she's out in public, because she knows, and she also can bet on all the white knight soldiers and betas to come and protect her when she disrespects this man in public, because nobody expects for that man to react, because it's always okay for a woman to kick a man in the genitals, to demasculate him, to talk bad about him, to pick up something from the aisle, a cake or broomstick. Make yourself useful, you damn bum, or something, just disrespect him. That's why your penis is small and all this crazy stuff in front of public people, strangers, because everybody's going to say, oh, it's okay. Oh, he must have did something wrong. He must have did something wrong. And nobody will defend him. Nobody's going to tell her, man, why you do your husband like that? He's a good man. No, why you talking to this dude like that? Why you talking to him like that? No, chick, no, I need to chill out, man. Why you disrespecting your man like that? Nobody will do that. It's always going to be, oh, he must have did something wrong. And she knows that, because if the roles were reversed, here we go. If the roles was reversed and she was standing there in the aisle in public, everybody to see, and he's yelling at her, telling her, you no good slut, and you whore, like, what the hell you think you doing? You can't do nothing good. That's why, your sex ain't nothing. I cheated on you yesterday. That's what you get. And pop, 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 pop. You ain't goddamn cook anyway. I don't give a shit about. And everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, this evil guy. Oh my God, protect her. They're not going to say, listen, they're not going to say she must have did something wrong.
Oh no,
they're going to say he's wrong and he's wrong, period.
No, even worse. When she do that to the public, you got some clowns that actually think it's okay to laugh.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's funny. Look at that dude over there getting doused by it.
Again, condoning what she's doing. I swear.
Don't let there be women around there, too. They're going to be joining in like, that's so funny. Yeah, you tell them, girl. Talk about him, girl. Oh, he's no good. No, he's this. Oh, yeah, he's a male and all that. Yeah, it's okay. And they're going to be laughing. Oh, look at him. He got a short dick. Oh, that's so cute. But let him do that to her. Oh, your sex ain't good. That's why your titty's short and you just ridiculous and you got a straight back and you got pale hair, funny looking, funky face, and everybody, oh my God, he's just so rude.
Let him do that to her in front of men.
It's over.
Women.
It's over. Yeah, if both of them gonna protect her, the man and woman.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the men will get on him doing it.
Oh yeah.
But if she do it, the women will laugh.
Mm-hmm. They'll say, oh, man, why are you talking to your woman like that, man? Why you don't talk to women like that? Wait a minute. Wait. It's okay for her to talk to a man like that, but it's not okay for a man to talk to her like that. Because she's a woman, right?
Yeah.
What about equality?
We strong.
But he didn't left hook her. Oh yeah, that's right. We're strong, right? We're just a board.
Yeah, we can take it.
We're made out of steel, right?
Yeah, we can take it.
So that means it's okay for them to disrespect us in public.
That's their thoughts.
Hell no.
We strong. We supposed to just let her roll off our back. She can say whatever she wants.
But yeah, we want equality, right? We want equal pay and equal responsibility. And if he can do it, I can do it too. Oh, okay, ma'am. If you step on my feet, that means I can step on yours too. We ain't ready for that, huh?
So tells me his feet probably gonna leave a bigger mark.
Oh, it's gonna hurt, but you know what? She said equality, didn't she?
Yeah, that's what she said.
She said a kick for a kick. She said an eye for an eye. She said an elbow for an elbow. She can go out there and be a police officer just like I can. She can go to the military just like I can. If I have to do 50 push-ups, she better damn well do 50 push-ups as well.
Yeah, and there are different standards. That is real. There are different standards
because they really
APFT.
Can't do it.
Well, they do make women do more sit-ups though. But that's because women got more like hip muscles.
I don't want to hear it. I can do many. No, it's because some of you men are pudgy. That's what it is. I don't want to hear that. No, hell no. Because I can do sit-ups in my sleep. I'm on my way to an 8-pack. What are you talking about?
I'm about to go get me a 12-pack.
You a mess.
Oh, man.
So, you get what I'm saying, though, man.
Of course.
It's been like that for a long time, but only recently, since social media and men being able to speak up about their struggles, every man is like, wait a minute, I've been going through the same thing too. I thought it was just me. And then that man gets a chance to see some other woman putting another dude on blast at some Kroger's or what's that old place? O'Reilly's or some other place.
Yeah.
Some
and
other.
I can't stand it. Like, I'm over here. I go back to that day.
Whatever happened to men defending men? Why don't men come up in the circle and be like, no, you shouldn't be talking to this dude like that. Why are you disrespecting him? But yet, instead of them doing that, it's more like, oh, what did he do wrong? Oh, it's funny. Look at her. Look what. But women will quickly defend her.
Oh, quickly. Yeah. How dare you talk about her?
How dare you?
I tell you, it's like, yeah, they want equality, but they want equality when it benefits them.
Oh, shoot. Oh, you killed it. Oh, you killed it.
Women want equality when it benefits them.
Like a cheat code on a video game.
I want to be paid as much as you on the job, but at the same time, you need to pay all the bills.
Oh, talk about it. You preaching now. I got the Holy Ghost. Just like the Bible said.
This here. You got women that if you ask them, and this is fact. I've seen it. This is the videos of, these are real talk videos of men going out in public and asking women who don't have 2 pennies to rub together.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about what type of man they want.
Mm-hmm.
And they always state 6 figures.
6 figures, tall or muscular, and got himself together.
You know what? Shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. I respect that guy for a reason. Because he is really exposing.
He's trying. And, it's very easy. The world can see it now.
And the thing is, he's not even trying.
That's
the killer of it.
They hangman themselves. They hangman themselves. Just like I did the girl in the interview.
Yeah, I was watching an interview, and I'm listening to the questions Kevin Samuels is asking. And these are really simple questions.
Average women, too.
And he is tripping these women up on these simple questions. How old are you? What is your body size?
Mm-hmm. And
do you have any kids?
And most times, what she look like? She's huge. She's Miss Big Shirley. Big Shirley, right?
That's the terminology.
Big Shirley.
But it's not even about the size. It's about what they do. The women he's usually talking to, they're lawyers. They're judges.
Because the thing is that's being shown is a lot of women who are focused on their career and their jobs and trying to get out here and do what men do. They think that we are attracted to them because they work like us. They think because they are attracted to men who do that. Because they like men who go out there and work and get the bag and have their PhD. So they think in their, what do you call that? I ain't going to even do no insults here because, I can get real down and dirty, start roasting people.
Their medulla oblongata.
I was going to say pea brain, but, you did better than me. But they really think they can do reflection and say, oh, men must like this because I like this. No, Dodo, because you like it, that don't mean men like it. You need to study what men actually want. And men's been saying it for years. We don't need you with your PhD and your jobs and you getting the bag. We got the bag. We got the PhD. We are the man in the middle. All we need is productive, feminine, fit, and cooperative. We ain't asked for no PhD and somebody, oh, I'm a doctor. You need to respect me because I'm a doctor. That makes me attractive because look at all the placards I got on the wall. You're going to, ma'am, that's fine because in my house, I don't get attractive or a hard-on by looking at PhDs and placards all over the wall. I get a hard-on with posters and pictures of women who are barely clothed, who are youthful, fit, feminine and cooperative. Simple.
You get so much more play making me a sandwich and showing me your degrees in high school and college. And
oh, shoot.
Say so much more play with me. Just make me a sandwich.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
You get so much more play with me. Just
you got to speak up because I don't think they hear you.
I'm like, you could get so much more play with me making me a sandwich than showing me your degrees that you got in college and your diploma.
What are we gonna do? You know what happens when two rams fight? It looks funny.
It actually does.
They're hitting each other with the horn. All you hear is you're like, what's going on over there? Or two deers. You got the antlers that's clicking each other, click, 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 click. Why would you want to do that with your woman at home because she's a PhD automaton? No, there got to be some give and take. Then when you try to take the lead, she's going to be like, well, I'm always the CEO on the job or the boss, so I got this going on, and I'm the supervisor, and you ain't going to tell me what to do. So this is what they always say, because they have this thing where they date up, they don't want to date down or something like that. Oh, you got to be even more masculine than me, while they coming in masculine. Mm-hmm. To where you stressed out, and you got red eyes to the point where you just want to strangle her because she wants you that masculine. What kind of dude want to do that? When you could just go around, I could just be with a woman who's feminine, fit, and cooperative. A woman who say, baby, I got your back. You want some toast? I'll do it. And you've been working all day. You need bath water. I'll go make it for you. Whatever you need, I got to take care of.
Just very simple.
I'll take care of you because you're taking care of me in return.
Just be the man's peace.
Say it. Shut the hell up.
Shut the French toast up. Just be his peace. That's all you got to do.
But you know
like
what?
I said, make the man a sandwich.
Do they? You know what? What we need to start doing is this. With women, it's a very unique thing. You can see, math is how men work. Okay? And we know a word by its definition, and we can use it like that and equate it. And it's not that women are slow. It's not what I'm saying. When you talk to women, they have a different chemistry. You got to define what you mean by peace.
That's true.
You see? I mean, you can tell her that. You'll say, oh, I want peace, feminine, fit, and cooperative. Okay, fine. Okay, but you have to be like,
really got to break it down.
You got to break it down like, I want a woman, this is what I want. Peace. My peace is if you're doing yada, yada, yada. I don't have to argue with you. You are supporting my business and my job. You are making the house comfortable. I don't have to worry about you going out being with other people. You ain't got Instagram and people DMing you and trying to get at you every second because you're making it available or easy for that to happen. That you are committed and honorable, peaceful, feminine.
I don't have you on that Yin Yang Twins nagging act. That I can stand with passion.
Fit.
Nagging.
Fit. You'd be like, they'd be like, I want to fit. They think fit is thick. No, ma'am, that's fat. Fit. Look at the statistics that the average woman should be at least 120, 130 something pounds and no more than that. Where it used to be, it's supposed to be that way. And a little bit more than that, they'll say, well, you know what? Some men like all this back there. Some men not like all these brassieres and, all this stuff sticking off my chest where I'm getting ready to tip over and fall down because it's so heavy. These big watermelons. So they'll think that in their perception because they think every man like that instead of understanding that there is a universal type of acceptance that men really go for. Beauty is an engineered type of thing. In one of my audios, I created that and said that engineer beauty. And but in between, there is a standard of beauty that is a mainline of all people that you could pretty much vouch for is based on that girl's health. Now, there are some women who may be thick-boned. There's some women who may be tall and they may be heavier, which is fine because you got to go by your weight index. You got to go by your hips. You got to go by your anatomy, your chemistry. So that's one reason why I created engineered beauty. But at the same time, the universal beauty is based on that woman herself, how tall she is and how she's taking care of herself. So she might be naturally a little thicker than the other lady who might be shorter than her or maybe taller than her. But if she's within her weight scale and she's healthy and she's doing what she can and she's maintaining herself and things aren't out of proportion, she will be considered as at least beautiful within the confines or context of her own chemistry and anatomy, and therefore attract men who are attracted to her. But most women think that when a man says beauty, that they mean thick, extra pounds in other places where it's not supposed to be, or for some, which is rare, but it happens, so small and skinny where there's nothing to hold on to, like you're just holding on to a cardboard box.
Yeah, I don't want no.
And her elbows is hurting you, you know. And every time she put her knee in your back, you're like, "Dang, baby, sleep straight."
Like you're over here hitting the kneecap.
Like you're laying next to a sack of skeletons or something. You know, you don't want that. So their misconception is, oh, you know, there's a universal beauty, and you know, everybody likes it fat, everybody likes it skinny. When she needs to go by her own chemistry, and she needs to go by her anatomy, how tall she is, how short she is.
Now, I don't want no thick, and I'm cool with thick, but there's difference between thick and fat. They're proportion.
Thick can go fat real easy.
Yeah, but
you know it can go fat real easy.
I just, if it's thick in
proportionate. Well,
proportion.
Then again, that goes with the audio I made, Engineered Beauty. See, the thing is with that is that's up to beauty is in the eyes of the beholder type of thing. But if she can maintain that, if it's just that she's thick, she got wide waist and she got nice sized breast and she's at a good height. If she is going to the gym and she's maintaining it, she's eating right, she's going for a walk like she's supposed to, she's wearing very modest clothes, and she's taking care of herself, especially in the morning, and not taking a lot of unnatural chemicals and pills to maintain herself, then it might be okay. It might be okay. It might be fine. But the common woman, on the average, okay, on the average, which is generally the majority of them because it's rare, they just sleep, eat, work, go home, and expect for you to just accept them any way they give it to you, because Mother Nature blesses her when she's a child and she grows up and she automatically get her wide hips and her breasts is there, and she got her butt and all type of stuff. And because thousands of blue pill betas chase after her all the time, she thinks that she's the most beautiful thing on the entire block, if not the universe.
Oh yeah, her head get big, boy.
So she feel like she'll never. She feels. I didn't say think, because thinking is kind of hard for those type, but she feels as if she never have to go to the gym and see a treadmill.
She feels as if
Jenny Craig missed a lot of these people, didn't she? Oh my God.
That's the women like that, the ones that got a lot of, like you said, the blue pill beta chasing her.
They're not
on one end, they don't feel they have to admit they wrong. They the type that feel that,
entitled.
The word no it's not applied to them.
Woo, you tell them no, that's going to be the end of the world.
Yeah, this one chick talk about, you tell me no, I'm done with you.
What?
Okay.
No,
she said this on Facebook. This is Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook. See, that's why
she was
Facebook
like, you tell me no, I'm done with you. That was one of her posts.
And what did you respond to it?
I didn't respond nothing because it's Facebook. I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Wait, you ain't gonna?
I mean, I'm just scrolling down my Facebook and I saw this.
You couldn't respond to it?
I could have, but it's
why come you didn't?
Because she ain't my responsibility. I mean, she.
You know what I would have responded? I would have said no. What you tell me what? She don't have to be yours. See, that's what women have to be. See, it's not your responsibility, but women have to be held accountable for their actions. They need to be. Sometimes they don't correct themselves, and sometimes they're not corrected because most men are scared, pacified, blue pill punks who always got their tail tucked between their legs when they should be correcting the situation. Because guess what? On the reverse, women will. Let some man post something like, "Oh, I'll never pay for a date because these women are ratchet," or he say something like that, or women need to woman up and act like this and that. Trust and believe there's going to be either 1,200 women who's going to respond to it and say, well, then, I ain't got, that's why you single now, and you just got, you got short dick issues and all kind of, they are going to attack this guy. But when a woman puts something on Facebook or social media or Instagram, and, if a man tell me, no, I'm just going to leave him, all the men is just like this. Nothing. And the more men tuck their tail and act like pacified weaklings and don't stand up for themselves or correct bad behavior, the more women and other ratchet type of women, because it's not all of them, but the majority of them, I don't say all, they're going to keep thinking that they can get away with it because nobody will correct them. So she's right. She's used to hearing yes because nobody's telling her no. So that would have been a perfect opportunity for you to be like, ma'am, write it right on their text with a big ma'am. Guess what? Hell no.
I hear you on that. But I'm thinking, this chick, I ain't gonna see her a day in my life.
No, those chicks will never see the men or those men that they talk to online either. So what will make, that's not going to change their decision to jump online, Facebook or something to try to confront a man about what he would say about a woman. Mm-hmm. So what's the difference?
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Women and men play by different rules. If a man says some stuff like that, you're going to be hounded by plenty of women. You see? But when women say something, pacified, weak, mama-raised boys don't say anything. So they're going to continue to be the bullies in the playground. They're going to continue to feel their entitlement. They're going to continue to have a sense of no accountability because nobody is correcting their decisions or their actions. And continue to waste men's time. So that wraps up this show for today. Any last thoughts, Brian, on this? You learned something? You got a thing to say to other men out there? Or was I wrong? Was this crazy? Did I overstep my boundary? Or am I out of my mind? Or do I really sound like the professor that I am?
You're gonna feel, I'm about to say fill yourself up. Nah, man, but for real. Stop the.
So you think I'm filling myself up?
I wouldn't use that vocabulary. You do your thing though. You do your thing. But the thing is, stop demasculating men. That's the main moral of the story. Women, stop demasculating your boys. Let that boy put a man in that boy's life, man. I mean, even if you single, put him in some place where he can get some men in his life. Learn some men tendencies. You're giving them a crutch. Is what you're doing. You're handicapping them. I couldn't believe that story you told me. I mean, I just.
You still mind blown about it?
Yeah, I am. That's.
You say I'm feeling myself, but I gotta rebuttal on that. You notice how the first day you entered into my classroom, there was a little kickback. You had knee-jerk reactions, and you didn't agree with most stuff that I've spoken about. But you notice now, since you've learned my angle, that you've learned something. What is the job of a professor? To teach, right? And to give you facts.
True.
So how can I not be the professor or give you that lesson that you need if you're not learning anything? So apparently my actions speak louder than my words. Because remember, there's a couple of more audios on here that I've invited you to, and you wasn't always the Brian that you are today. So apparently you've got a lesson here somewhere along the line.
I mean, but a lot of the stuff is just opening your eyes. Men don't want to open their eyes. They close their eyes to it. And it's like you're saying basically open your eyes. And it's so easy.
It's
to
easy.
open your eyes than to keep your eyes closed.
Because the game is played against us. It's not played for us. It's been like that for years. That happy life, happy life. But did you answer my question about marriage, or did we?
Yeah, I did. I said
okay,
why.
It's
like
okay.
It's subtracting more than adding these days. Like you over here going to a ring store to pay over thousands of dollars for this ring, to walk this woman down the aisle, and could possibly cheat on you, get mad at you, get bored with you. Next thing you know, she goes to the divorce lawyer.
I'm bored with you, Brian.
You go to the divorce lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Then she goes to a divorce lawyer who, using the law, she is now entitled to half your stuff that she didn't even work for.
Okay.
Just because she got you to pay $1,000, over thousands of dollars for this ring to walk her down the aisle.
For this little bitty rock that's not going to save your life.
Yeah, and you give her these vows, talk about for better, for worse, even though it's for better, for worse on your end. Because
but
she
for her, she's optimistic. Yeah. She would say for better until the next best thing come along.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Well, you mean opportunistic.
Opportunistic, that's
opportunistic, right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Men are the optimistic, I guess. They debate anyway.
So, what about this answer? And we can end this lesson for today. The Academy of Wow Men. What would you say to men who are, because would you consider yourself to be Christian or Baptist? Or are you just like, you don't know now?
I consider it to be...
Ladies and gentlemen, he's been getting the RP from this Academy of Wow Men, and he's been thinking about some of the things that I've been talking about. So he may say that he still have a sense of what this common word is called, believe. But he's starting to open up with some realization that maybe it's not the spoon that's bending, it's his perception.
I'm not going to say that I've given up my view as far as God is concerned.
But the reason why I brought that up, I don't want to cut you off. The reason why I asked you is because what about guys who think that it is the traditional godly thing to do by their religion to get married, and if they don't get married to a woman, it's considered as sin? But I'm asking you this because a lot of people think they need to be married anyway because their religion tells them to, but yet marriage do not help men anyway. So are they going to accept being forced into this modern day terrible situation called marriage because their religion forced them to? Or do you think that they should get enough awareness not to do it? Just because the religion tells you to jump off the cliff don't mean you should.
And that is why when you put it that way.
So what do you think? What advice or what is your take on that? So the guys want to get laid, and they want to find a beautiful woman or a woman who they can trust, who may be feminine, fit, and cooperative. But the modern women, they're not showing that, nor is there a lot of evidence of that type of quality in the westernized civilization. So because of this, them being ostracized and being at least sexually frustrated, how is it that he's going to handle his religion, especially Christianity, when they say it's better to marry than to burn, and you have to find a man who finds a wife finds a good thing, meaning she's a wife first, so he's able to cooperate with her and be the lead and to capacitate some type of length of quality in a relationship. What do you say to this, Brian? Because I already have a solution for myself, but I want to know your angle, because there's a conflict here. Because he wants to do right by God, but he know that there is no love of God that's going to actually tell him to put himself in a jeopardized situation where she can take half of almost everything he got, take all his kids practically, 80% of the time, and 80% of the time they file for divorce. 80% of the time they're looking for the next best thing. 80% of the time they're running towards women like the story I told you, where you giving everything and listening to her and trying to help her. Then, but when you give advice or you sharing your time and your energy and you let her know that she's wasting it, she'll be like, "Oh, I don't care."
Mm-hmm.
So what's your take? How can you answer that?
I mean, that was wow.
Because he wants to get laid. So what's going on? I mean, what is he going to do? Stay celibate for the rest of his life?
Oh, man.
Jump on P-Hub when religion is against that? Lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life sort of thing?
Man, he killed me with this. That is the thing. It's wow. When you put religion into it, see, and you think about it from a logical perspective, forget about the religion.
Because a lot of people do. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people equate marriage with religion, and a lot of people want to get married because their religion tells them to. I had a girl not too long ago, not my girl, hell no. She said, "Well, you know, I'm never going to donkey dunk with any guy until we're married first."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. So you want to tell me that you're gonna? I told her, so you want to go to a car lot and just buy a car and you never test drive it? Really? You don't even know what that thing's going to do. The transmission can fall out while you're going down the street, but you're going to spend $69,000 on a car based on the salesperson's word. Are you stupid?
Are you dumb?
You know what happens to girls when you donkey dunk with them? Their chemistry changes. It's almost like when you're dating them, when you're just in the phase of just sexual arousal and you don't do nothing with them. Let's say their color code is pink. But when you are sleeping with them, you donkey dunk with them, with that interaction, their color is going to transform to blue because they have a different energy about you now. Something changes in your relationship with her. And sometimes women can be overly needy. They can go crazy. They can be, suicidal. They can be aggressive. They can be very possessive. Whatever the situation is, or he can do the same thing. You would never know that if you just looking at the car through the window and you never test drive it. You have to test drive this thing to know what you're dealing with if you're going to take it seriously. So why would a Christian woman say, "Oh, I'd rather you be married to me first," in the marital contract that's not going to help you as a man first, before we can do anything related to donkey dunking? Come on with it. Come on with it, Dr. Brian.
It's like, man, like when you think about marriage from a Christian perspective, but then you take all the additions that people have added to it. You know, like people make things more complicated. Mm-hmm. When you think about, it's like, yeah, you want to follow religion, but at the same time, thinking logically, you know what you're signing up for. So it's like,
that's because religion and superstition is one and the same. Superstition brought upon indoctrination. Indoctrination is chained to programming. Programming is chained to slave-minded mentality. A slave-minded mentality equates to a very ignorant, unlearned, and misinformed, damned individual. Because if you have the knowledge of what you're going to get into, you're not going to get into it. So the conflict of reality pretty much destroys plus versus the false mythical indoctrination. Because if it was accurate like it need to be, there will be no fear. But dumb men still do it, and they still find themselves, again, it's better to marry than to burn, they still find themselves burning any damn way. That is it for the lesson, ladies and gentlemen. And I have more for you to come. And you said your last words was men need to open up their eyes, Brian?
Yep. Open up your eyes. So much. It takes less effort to open your eyes than to close them.
That is it for you. And more, I would say education, but I don't like to use that word. It would be more like educement. More like advancing your mind and expanding your information to make you stronger and wiser here with the provider of your RP and the freedom of your mind here. Yours truly. I'm out. And until next time.